What's up everyone? Welcome back to Fortune Wraps. Our next project is going to be this Lamborghini Aventador getting a full color change. So this car has a bunch of carbon goodies on it. The door jam's all carbon. This car is going to be going from this beautiful white to a satin red. We are going to be doing some door jams on this, so stay tuned to see how the process goes.
Yeah.
One of the hard parts about disassembly on the Aventador, especially a white one when you're doing a full color change, these quarter vents up top, they're pretty tricky to get to. On the passenger side, more so than the driver's side. The passenger side, I've got to pull the air box out of the way, I've got to pull the fuse box out of the way, the ECU has to drop down out of the way. There's a whole bunch of air intake ducting that goes through the radiator to the air box, all that stuff that kind of has to come out. All of that just so you can get access to a handful of bolts that come up from the bottom side through here so you can pull off the carbon finish panel. The next panel up here that I got to pull off, and this is really just so we can wrap down underneath and get all that coverage because this car is white. But this next panel right here that I have to pull off, we're going to end up pulling these top panels to gain access to all the hardware, all that stuff. It's just a lot of extra steps that you don't normally have on most standard cars, but it's an Aventador, so it's not really a standard car. But yeah, it's kind of hard. While I'm kind of stuck in this spot, I might take a moment to show you guys some of the stuff that we deal with on these cars. This is an Aventador, so it's a 200-mile-an-hour car. It's not your average road car. They put nuts and bolts in from every which way to hold these things together. The other thing is they're not clips, they're all like fasteners, nuts and bolts. This thing going as fast as it's made to go, clips and stuff like that aren't gonna hold up. So they don't make it easy, but they do make this thing pretty solid. I mean, if you try to move this thing, it doesn't budge. So definitely capable of 200 miles an hour without falling off. But the joys of putting it together don't end there. If you want to come look at this, there's nuts and bolts everywhere. I mean, you got to come way down in here. There's fasteners behind all these connectors and all kinds of stuff. I have to be in this kind of position to get to some of them, and definitely not the easiest car, but certainly a rewarding one when it's all done.